Throwing on first down is Carr. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And that one results in 35 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's. And that's exactly what they did there.
To throw, it's Carr. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good pickup. They get 8, but it's 3rd down now.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll run it. Here's Martin. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Carr, got to have this one. And he finds Cook. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Get down.
Operating from the gun. Carr finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to the ground. Martin. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Beathard breaks the huddle and leads the Niners up with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. To throw is Beathard. To the right side, complete to Taylor. A gain of 6 there on first. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
On the carry, this is Scott. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They run. This is Scarborough. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
On 1st down, Scott. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll throw here, Beathard. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Here's Beathard to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And complete, right side to Cook. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
They'll run on 1st down. Scott, the spin, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Now let's go.
First man through, it's the fullback use check. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather. Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a desperation throw, deep depth, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 35, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.